Aston Martin is one of the most controversial teams in F1, and a huge part of that belongs to their owner, Lawrence Stroll. His son, Lance Stroll, is one of the two paid drivers in the competition as of now. Lawrence Stroll is a very intriguing character, and some of the actions that Aston Martin did in 2022 suggest that he could be the downfall of the team. Is Lawrence Stroll the main reason why the team is underperforming a lot? And is there hope for change in the team, knowing that his son is sitting in one of the cars? All that and more will be explained in our video, so stick with us until the very end to find out. Aston Martin is a team that is currently in its second year of F1. Previously, the team was known as Racing Point, and prior to that, the team's name was Force India. Lawrence Stroll came onto the scene when Force India was forced to declare bankruptcy, and a consortium of investors in 2018, led by Lawrence Stroll, bought the team. In 2021, the team changed its name to Aston Martin F1 due to the investment that this consortium made into the British automobile brand, a whopping £182 million. In 2019, Lawrence Stroll's son, Lance Stroll, made the transfer to Racing Point, replacing Esteban Ocon and having Sergio Perez as his teammate. Prior to that, Stroll was racing for Williams F1, showing immense potential there. Many people believe that he could be one of the rare paid drivers to actually know how to drive an F1 car, even with the immense progress the team made in the years, as they were called at one point the Pink Mercedes due to the controversial matter that we'll explain later in the video. Lance has been underperforming recently. Part of that could be the bad shape that the car is in, and the team had a very bad start to the season. So why is Lawrence to blame for the situation that the team is currently in? In the 2020 season, Racing Point was absolutely brilliant. Lance Stroll was able to get his first ever pole position, and Sergio Perez his first career win with this car. But the reason why Racing Point was so good isn't a very popular one. Earlier in this video, we said that the team was known as the Pink Mercedes on the grid, but this wasn't a compliment. There was a controversy revolving around Racing Point and the legal matter of their car. The team has literally stolen the whole concept from the W10 Mercedes car, and in the F1 world, there is a certain amount of concepts and designs you can steal from other F1 teams. However, there were certain small and insignificant differences between the Racing Point and Mercedes cars, so there weren't any current rules against what they did. But the FIA couldn't let this pass by like this, and they went into a deeper investigation. When they found out that the Racing Point had a controversial matter with the brake ducts from Mercedes, the team was penalized. Moreover, Racing Point has bought the front and rear brake ducts and used them both in 2020, and the brake ducts became a listed part in 2020. The listed part means that the team has to design and manufacture this part by themselves. The penalty itself didn't hurt them as much, but it was a 15 points deduction and a €400,000 fine. Racing Point has managed to finish 4th in the standings, and there were many rumors that Lawrence Stroll has been involved massively in this investigation, influencing the final decision. In 2021, the team rebranded into Aston Martin F1, and for Lawrence Stroll, it was the best thing to do if the team was to win the championship anytime soon. One of the moves that the team made was strongly pointing in that direction, as Sebastian Vettel was signed to the team, replacing Sergio Perez. Some changes were required by the FIA to all the teams, mostly to the floors, but nothing significant in particular. It turns out that the 2021 regulations, which were very insignificant compared to the 2022 ones, have hurt Aston Martin badly. They were the worst of the midfield teams, and even though they were still rocking the stolen car from Mercedes, they didn't manage to perform it well. One of the reasons why the team has struggled so badly is because they didn't understand the stolen concept of Mercedes. The team finished 7th in the standings, and most of their hopes were replaced for the 2022 season and the new regulations. When Aston Martin launched the car at the beginning of 2022, many people praised the ingenuity of the car design. Some went on to call the car a championship caliber one, but this is far away from what we're seeing right now. True, the team had some problems with the COVID-19, as Vettel was forced to miss the first 2 races due to a positive test. For some reason, the team has taken a huge step backward, as finishing P12 and below is the most often story revolving around Aston Martin and their drivers. They've had some decent races, and the last one in Montreal was really promising for them at the practice. After that, Vettel and Stroll just disappeared in Q1, and the team managed to pick up just 1 point from Stroll. The team currently has 16 points and is sitting at 8th place, which is a huge blow to them prior to the Silverstone GP. There are 2 people that are directly to blame for the Aston Martin F1 performance, and they are the daddy-son duo of Lawrence and Lance Stroll. To blame Stroll directly for it would be unfair, as he's just driving what he's given. He has shown some potential in Williams, and although the Aston Martin car isn't really good as of now, he seems to have a lot slower race pace than Vettel. The German has 1 point on multiple occasions this year, such as 1 point in Monaco, 8 points in Baku and 4 points in Imola, which were all better than his teammate Stroll. This points us to the other involver in this bad performance of Aston Martin, Lawrence Stroll. If you were to sit on Twitter and search for content revolving around Aston Martin and their employees, you'd notice the presence of genuine fear from Stroll. One of the main reasons why they're fearing him is that Lawrence is demanding unreasonable things from the team. With that, the team is forced to do things that they don't understand in full, and it ends with having unreasonable results in return. One of these things was the direct steal of the Red Bull design, as at the Barcelona GP the team was called the Green Red Bull. Notice how they're always compared with the color of their car, and other constructors following the color adjective? Well, that should say enough about the team and the situation they are currently in. Turns out that they found zero to no improvement to their performance, as they've rocked the side pods design, which was 100% the same as the one Red Bull was using. Red Bull has been able to absolutely tear it up in the 2022 season, and Aston Martin thought that they could borrow some performance out of their design. This is one of the unreasonable demands that Lawrence made to his employees, and the results of the race speak for themselves. Sebastian Vettel finished P11 and Lawrence Stroll finished P15, as both of them qualified badly, with Vettel taking P16 and Stroll P18. The team's updates were labeled as legal by the FIA, and no further investigation was needed. However, the fact that it didn't help the team a single bit in their performance just goes to show that Lawrence Stroll is clueless when it comes to F1 and how one team should be run. Yes, money helps a lot, but if you don't have the idea and the concept, and if you're not eager to accept the opinion of the experts, then your team is doomed to fail. It seems like this has been a continuous story for Aston Martin all season long. Last year was a pretty disappointing one considering their aspirations, and this one seems like a worse one compared to 2021. If your team is constantly in these controversial talks, like stealing designs and whole concepts, and on top of that, failing to perform, it just speaks volumes about you as a leader and your team as a whole. On top of that, the paid driver, which is your son, fails to deliver in the car and is constantly underperforming this season due to multiple DNF and pure bad driving. What do you think is the next direction for Aston Martin? Should Lawrence just give up on the team for the good and try to not control things so much with his mind? This would mean that he'd leave things to the experts and his contact with the team would be purely financial. Or do you think that he's onto something? And although it's very hard to believe that as of now, let us know in the comments below.